Hi there. It's Sunday here at Cold Iron's Kitchen. It's the afternoon. It's time for a nibble. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together some basil wrapped shrimp tempura and something we just call oh my god dates. We're going to start with the tempura part and then we'll nibble our way to the dates. So people are kind of afraid of tempura for some reason. I don't know why, but it's real easy to do. You start with a bowl and you put in a half cup of all-purpose flour and a half cup of rice flour. I like using the rice flour. It adds to the texture. Quarter teaspoon of baking soda, pinch of salt, and you stir these ingredients together. Make sure they're fully incorporated. Now, I do something a little different for my tempura. I don't use water, I don't use eggs, I don't use milk. What we're going to do is put in 4 ounces of vodka. Now this is typically a thin batter. See, that's thick, so we're going to thin it out with club soda, nice sparkling club soda. Add a little effervescent, make the batter fluffy. And you don't want to overwork this batter. Just get it basically mixed up, because you don't want to break down the wheat glutens. Tempura was introduced to Japan in the late 1600s by the Portugal Jesuits. Interesting concept. A little more liquid. You want to make this fairly thin, and make sure your liquids are cold when you start. Yeah, a few lumps in here, not a problem. There we go. Nice thin batter. Now we're going to move on to the shrimps. I've got several already wrapped up. But you take a fresh basil leaf, and by the way, you can buy a basil plant at your local grocery store. We keep one in the cup on the windowsill, and it keeps replenishing itself. We get about 3-4 months out of one, and then, you know, for $4, fresh basil all the time, it's good stuff. Might not be $4 in your area, it might be more, it might be less. But if a small town can have fresh basil plants, your town can have them too. Alright, well, our deep fat fryer is all warmed up. Hey, don't do that. Come uncovered. They'll do that occasionally. So we get him wrapped up again. And stab him again. Now, it's a quick frying method. You dip your tempura. By the way, the toothpick that's in there, you'll want to make sure to remove that before you eat. And you'll notice the tails are on these things because it gives you a nice little handle. Pop them in a deep fat fryer, or if you don't have a deep fat fryer, a 2-quart skillet will work just fine. As I said, it's a quick fry process. You just want to get to the point where the tempura is crispy. It'll still be kind of white. And tempura is usually done in small batches. I made too much batter here, so it means I'm going to have to find a few other things to tempuraize. You can put tempura on anything, pretty much. Sliced carrots, bell peppers. I really love it with asparagus. And I even tempura just basil leaves. They're tasty that way. Oh, and fish, definitely fish. I mean, shrimp's not the only fish you can tempura. You can use this on cod, you can use this on you use on chicken, you can do anything. And tempura is such an easy batter to make, so cheap. I got all my little guys in here cooking. As soon as they're done, we'll be back to you. See you in a bit. Hi. Well, just to prove a point, I tempura'd up a bunch of basil leaves here, which proves you can tempura pretty much anything. Don't recommend it for the cat. Cat gets really upset about that. So, I'm going to shut this down. Now, I already got my shrimps out. And remember I said, pull the toothpick out. You don't want to bite into it. So we got this shrimp here, and I got some Thai chili sauce. It's a real mild Thai chili sauce. That's good stuff. It doesn't take any time at all to make. You don't have to have a lot of fancy equipment. Again, you can just use a 2-quart skillet with hot oil in it. You can use a wok. But whatever you do, have fun with it. Now, you can add any seasonings you want to your tempura. You can put garlic in it. You can put pepper in it. Actually, not in here good. I got a dog named Pepper. She gets nervous when I talk about her. You can put cayenne in it. Just make it to suit yourself. We'll be back in a few minutes with dates. Hi there, we're back. Well, the shrimp did not last long. Just a few bites and we're done. But I promised you some oh my god dates. Now I've got most of them prepared here. What you do is you take a whole date, and then you put a slice in it. I know I sliced it. Just make a little cavity. Take yourself a chunk of Parmesan or any hard cheese. Pick your favorite hard cheese. Stuff it in there. Then get some thin sliced bacon. Not thick, but thin, because you want this to crisp up. Wrap it around the date a couple times. Then put it on your prepared sheet. Save yourself some work. Put a piece of foil down with some Pam on it. Because you don't want to spend your entire time cleaning, do you? Give them some room so they can breathe. Now what's going to happen, I'm going to pop these in a 350 degree oven until the bacon starts to crisp, 12 to 15 minutes. Pull it out of the tray, and then we're going to brush it down with maple syrup. Brush them all down with maple syrup. Put them back in the oven until they get nice and crispy. So we'll be back to you in about 15 minutes. It's a real easy appetizer to make. It took me probably 4 minutes to prep all these things up. Then you can do these for a party. People are going to look at you and go, oh my god, these are good. I took some of these out to a friend of mine, a big old batch of them. She almost surfeited herself on them. She kept eating them and eating them and eating them, which is what I like. We'll see you in a minute. We're back. Now, these little gems here have already been cooking for about 12 minutes. They're about half crisp. And here's where the magic occurs. We take maple syrup and liberally spread it on them. And then we're going to caramelize this maple syrup in the oven for an oh my god date. Now they've been cooking for about 12 minutes and they're about half crisp. But when we put the maple syrup on it, it's going to get really crisp. Beautiful, delicious. I love these things. See you in a few. Look at these little gems. Oh my god dates. Now, I got to tell you, resist the urge to put one right in your mouth. I speak from experience on this. It will hurt. The top of your mouth comes off and you lose the flavor. So let them cool down for about 5 minutes. But take a look at that. Put them on a nice cool plate. Now I'm going to do my kitchen cleanup here. Oh dear, I spilled some grease.
Yep, gotta go in the dishwasher.
I have to rinse it. But sure makes it a whole lot easier, don't you think? Nothing sticky on it, just a little bit of grease. Put it in the dishwasher, you're done. These are going to be devoured in about, 6 minutes. We're going to start in 5. And 1 minute later, they're going to be gone. It's just the way it works. But stay tuned, because we'll be back later today to make dinner. What we're going to have? Homemade pizza. Talk to you in a while. As much as it pained me to do it, I refrained from eating until they're cooled off. These are best served at room temperature. You can serve them cold. I don't recommend it. But this little guy, it's nice and crispy. Oh my god. These things are wonderful. You really need to try them. There's cheese, there's fruit, there's meat. It's a meal. Well, it's a snack, but I'm eating it. We'll see you later.